Hello, people. Good evening. I am here to share a quick DIY with you, which I recently tried my hands on. I thought you'd also like to try. Uh, this is what it becomes like. I made a pretty looking leaf and I painted it. It's made of plaster of Paris. So this DIY I saw a few days ago on Pinterest, and it's only now I could get my hands on it, and I'm totally loving it. So it's a quick one. I tried to dry it in the day with the sun, so it could dry between an hour since it's winter still. But usually it takes like 1 hour or more to dry out. You don't need much for it. It's so simple, and I've tried experimenting with different kind of leaves and the thickness of the same. So it's very nice. You kind of learn it as you practice and you try your hands on to. So I'm not gonna take long and quickly gonna this. So you need basic stuff like you need plaster of Paris. I've got plenty of it, so I've kind of put it in a smaller plastic bag, so I can use comfortably. Of course, you need some containers. I like to use the plastic ones because they're easy to clean. And then you of course need the leaves. So I played with different types of leaves. This one is like a mulberry finish on top, which was the easiest to work with. I know it looks a little messy, but trust me, I'm loving it right now because it gives you a lot of satisfaction. And the outcome is great, of course. um, what else you of course need colors. I have these bottles which is like acrylic, and I've got plenty of colors in these. So you can also play with different other colors like poster colors, mixed mediums, or watercolors, whatever you like. You can keep trying. So yeah, well, I mean, I don't have the actual container where I did the solution, but you can use a container. You need some water, put some plaster of Paris, make a nice paste, not too thick, not too liquidy, and pour it on the front side of the leaf. Like, this is the front side, that's the back. I've used the front, so I place it here. I pour the liquid on top. That's what I've done with these ones recently. I mean, I couldn't capture that. I never thought of it. But probably next time I can do that. So I poured it, and I poured second layer also when I feel like it's not too, I mean, it's not thick enough. So I pour another layer. If at all you feel you're okay, you're good to go. Simple. So you learn as you practice, and then you let it dry, of course. So while it dries out, you can see a change in color. So in the edges, basically it's more gray. I mean, a light kind of a gray, but if it is wet, it is darker. And that's how you can figure out if it is good to peel off. Now when it is completely dry, you can peel it off. And I've tried my hands on this, and you can see how it comes out. Like, you can see veins very clearly. Now this is a good attempt gone bad. There was a very thin leaf, so I suggest you use a little thicker leaf, like a people tree leaf or a mulberry, or maybe something else, I don't know. So this is another kind of leaf that I used. I think I over poured it around, but that's not a problem because you can always scrape the edges using probably a nail file or something like that. You can totally use a sandpaper as well in different proportions, and that's it. So when you peel it off, after that you can color, and when you color it, it becomes something like this. I don't know if you can see it well, but look at the intensity of the leaf. Like, you can see the veins, just how the real ones have, and the crushes. So I've given it a little bit of glowy kind of effect, and you can paint it the way you like. Well, there's another way that you can use it as a wall hanging. You can pierce it here, or maybe little towards the center. That is when it is wet, so when you pour right after that, when it is getting a little dry, you can just poke a small hole in the same, and then you can of course hang it out. You can try different mediums, different things around you, and you can make a lot of thing out of this pop. So it's a very cool and quickie kind of a DIY. And I'm loving the mess. Makes me feel happy about myself. I hope you're making most of it, and I hope that you try this. Let me know how you like it. And sayonara for now. Ta-da!